This is the last positive vibe note we have. Let go of heavy things. This is funny because, in literal physical terms, I've been training myself to carry heavy things because I find that that exercise really feels good for me. I am also trying to train myself at keeping my core engaged, which up until maybe 4 months ago, I usually couldn't. I usually never felt anything. And with my upper body, I'm also trying to keep my spine more stable, more neutral, as opposed to having crazy bendings and movements and micro movements that I know are costing me in the long run. But anyway, so when it comes to letting go of heavy things, it's been a progress, a very slow progress. It feels like I've been stuck in that level of feeling like I'm carrying this invisible backpack that's just heavy on me since I was 15. And what's funny about that is one time my science teacher, when I was a junior, he randomly tried to like accommodate my backpack because it was like leaning over on the table, and he just randomly grabbed it to pick it up and straighten it out. And he was like, this is really heavy. And then I said, yeah, I carry my textbooks there, but at least as I walk with my hands behind my back and hold it from the bottom so I can support it. That way it can relieve the weight of my shoulders and help my back, because my back used to hurt. But then I figured that if I carry a separate drawstring bag, I can use that as my book carrier. But I also wanted to train myself to keep my back straight during a situation like that. But again, physically, I didn't know how to do that because I wasn't engaging my core. I had never been athletic back then. But when I think about it in more metaphorical things, I felt better about that heavy weight that I carry the moment that I accepted it. For instance, when I accepted my daddy issues are more severe than I was letting on, and it's not like I'm just actively here living the lifestyle of I hate my daddy and this and that, but it's acknowledging how it affected me. Because during my childhood, the emphasis at dealing with me with that was, you don't need him because I'm here. You don't need him. You're eating, you're wearing clothes, you're still in school, this and that. I feel like the carers I had were always trying to invalidate my feelings by telling me that because I don't have any visible necessities, that I must be fine. Therefore, I need to not feel any type of way. And I guess that anesthesia in my mind worked for some years, but I guess now as an adult, because I don't have adult managers anymore with my emotional side, I guess now it's just roaming freely because I'm the kind of person who, I feel what I feel and period. I'm not going to try to push it down, bottle it up, neutralize it, deny it, anything like that. Is I'm miserable, and you see it, and you hear it, and you feel it. But it doesn't mean that I will act miserably toward you. It's over here in my own little world. I'm living and processing life however it is that I can with whatever it is that I have. But you may not find out about it because I understand that there is a world outside of my four walls here. And when I'm out there, unfortunately, I can no longer be fixated on me or make it about me unless something is directly impacting me. And that's why I like to not get involved in a lot of things, especially conflicts. I don't understand the people who find that appealing. Like, you were involved in zero drama, drama had not knocked on your door, but you witnessed it, and now you want to be involved because whatever the fuck your motive is, I don't get it. And I think that when it comes to offloading, I can do pretty good about it the moment I take action immediately. Say, if I have a pending matter, just go ahead and get a little bit of it started, and at least it sets the ball in motion, as opposed to my anxiety making me push it until the end, closer to the due date, because I like how I can perform so savagely when the stress of this is due now and I haven't finished it yet, therefore I gotta get it going. I noticed that it's better for me overall if I offload just a tad bit of the weight each day. If I cannot commit to completing a project or a task the day off, me receiving the news, and it's something simple and I have a long time ahead, just why not do it just a little bit at a time? That way, my invisible backpack is becoming lighter and lighter. I learned to embrace that. I learned to practice that a little more often, but it took a long time because I was so used to my performance under that stress of I'm scrambling because this has to be done, period. I wish that I would have begun this a little sooner. And I guess I never did it earlier because I just did not believe in myself. I didn't trust myself. I wasn't really embracing what my capacity is. And it's very easy to feel that way when you never really get, you could say, celebrated for it, supported for it, cheerlead on it. And I guess it's one of those things that I learned my personality despite me not liking attention. I do like it when I have those close to me actively and especially verbally expressing their support. But when that, you could say, management goes away, I'm having trouble transitioning between I had someone who managed me with that, and now that I don't, it's I am living without that, but I can still practice what I learned because I discovered that I was underserved. Some of my needs were not met. And now I am expressing the consequences of what it's like to live with that fact. And that is where it seems like I'm having trouble letting go of that weight. And I guess maybe it's going to be part of my identity forever. I don't know if that's something that can be resolved, but even if it's something that could be resolved, I want to get there on my own, as opposed to, well, take a drug for it, or go talk to somebody who you don't know and they have a license for this, go take care of it. Like, no, to me, that's not taking care of it, because I can guarantee you that even if I were investing in that, like personally spending money, going to see somebody about it, I'm not going to probably get very far because it is near impossible to get me to talk. If I'm going to talk, it's because I ultimately decided that you are worthy of hearing from me. But it's not something that I can just casually open up about. I'm surprised about the things that I have revealed here on the channel. But then the stuff that I really wish to discuss, really want to talk about, I have never brought it up to any damn soul. I keep that heavily guarded because I know that's what makes me most vulnerable. That is the weight that I'm carrying. And I want to offload it, but I just haven't found the right place to set that backpack down, or the right audience to sing that tune to. And that pretty much sums me up on this one, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know how you relate to this one, because I know how I go about it. And I have the physical, literal weights that I'm carrying, and then the emotional, mental ones that I carry. And like I've said before, the happiest I've been with this subject is now, not because it's gotten better, it's gotten resolved, I'm cured. None of that. Is because I acknowledge it, I accept it, and I don't deny it. I don't hide it. Whereas before, it used to be that I would put a face so that no one could suspect that someone like me is struggling, or I would soften my tone and be calmer and nicer and sweeter and all that. And it's like, no, I'm a hater and I have my reasons to be a hater because I'm stressed and sad and all that. And I'm living that reality, but I'm not hurting others because I want others to join me at what I'm feeling. If I ever start doing that, then that's when I'll get worried. And that's when I would want someone to maybe force me into some kind of intervention. But as long as I'm here, present and aware, I don't care. Like maybe you are meant to have a little bit of pain, a little bit of weight to carry. Maybe you're meant to be a little wounded because maybe that wound is what keeps you humbled, a little calm. I have my own weird way of thinking about it because I feel like if I were not going through these things, there is no telling where my arrogance issues would be at. But anyway, maybe I'll discuss that another time. Okay, that's it. Bye.